Since yesterday, ships, and especially supertankers, have been warned to pay special attention to the iceberg which has entered the South Atlantic. According to the US Navy, it is the biggest iceberg they've ever tracked. The berg is 45 miles long and 25 miles wide. In our studio, we have Dr. Gordon Robin, who is the director of the Polar Research Institute.
Dr. Robin, when was the iceberg first noticed?
We've been looking at satellite pictures for some years now, and we've tracked this one pretty closely. It broke off some 10 years ago, if I remember correctly. And ever since, it's been wandering around in the Weddell Sea till recently it moved around the tip of the Antarctic Peninsula.
Have there been icebergs of this size before?
Yes. The biggest that's been reported, to my knowledge, was in the late 20s, when a Norwegian boat steamed alongside an iceberg which was 120 feet high for about 9 hours at 10 knots. In other words, about 100 miles long. And then Discovery 2, a British research vessel, navigating on another side of it, found it to be about 35 miles wide.
So this is 3 to 4 times the size of the iceberg that's currently reported?
Yes, I would say so.
Now, if this present iceberg breaks out of the Weddell Sea, is it likely to be a danger to shipping?
It will be a shipping hazard in that area, yes.
Is there any way of dealing with a thoroughly dangerous, very, very large iceberg of this kind?
A berg as big as this is really too big for men to push around. Nature will have to take care of it and melt it down.
Couldn't it be towed to the southern hemisphere deserts for their water supply?
No, not really. Of course, it is feasible for smaller bergs of, say, 1 kilometre square.
How long does it take something of this size to melt?
I'd imagine bits of the berg will be around for at least 5 years, maybe longer. The 1927 berg was reported to be in still pretty large fragments in that same Weddell Sea area for at least 3 years after it was discovered, and it must have taken several years beyond that for the smaller bergs to disappear completely. Probably 10 years would be a more accurate figure.
Gordon Robin, thank you very much for being with us.